Hi, my name is Jason White, CEO and founder of Witness Riches, and today we're going to be discussing 3 things to avoid when debt collectors call. I'm also going to be sharing to you exactly what to say when they call you to prevent them from taking advantage of you. So please stick into the end so that you can get that step-by-step script on what to say to debt collectors to prevent them from taking advantage of you. But before we get started, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel so that we can stay in contact and you can continue to get our tips and strategies so that you can stay on top of your credit and stay on top of what we got going on. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Debt collectors, when they call your phone, what you need to understand is that they're trying to do one thing. They're trying to get payment information so they can collect payment on the debt that they have in their office. Why is that important to them? Well, that's how they make their living. They receive a commission for every payment they receive from you. So when they call you, they're going to try whatever they can to get a payment out of you. And the first thing that you want to avoid when a debt collector calls you, you never want to acknowledge that the debt is yours. Hey, this is Jason with ABC Collection Company. I'm calling you because we have an AT&T bill in our office that we just received, and we noticed that the balance has been unpaid. However, I was calling you to collect payment on this account. When can we get that payment out of you, Deborah? I don't know, how much do I owe? Okay, here's my payment information. That's not what you want to do. What you don't want to do is, you don't want to acknowledge that the debt is yours, because once you acknowledge the debt is yours, they can use that in court. And last time I checked, snitches get stitches. And in this situation, the stitches are paying on an account that you probably don't have to. And if they need to, if they have the right information, they will try to sue your ass. So be careful. Never acknowledge that the debt is yours, and I will share with you at the end what you should do in that situation. So the second thing that you want to avoid is you want to avoid making payment arrangements over the phone. Jason, why? There's something called a statute of limitations, and it's the debt collector's job to make you aware of this. However, a lot of them are janky and they don't follow the rules. You still have to protect yourself nonetheless. Statute of limitations is an expiration date on your debt. If it's sent to a debt collector, that means the clock is ticking on your statute of limitations. So for example, in the state of California, their statute of limitations is 4 years. That means that once that account is charged off and 4 years later, you're no longer liable for that debt because the clock on it has expired. However, when you make payment arrangements on an account dealing with debt collectors, you can restart the statute of limitations to that particular date. And a lot of times people make this mistake because they're not aware of statute of limitations. And if you're not paying attention, debt collectors will catch you off guard and use that to their advantage. By you making a payment arrangement on that account, you restarted the expiration date on your debt. Be careful. Every state has its own statute of limitations. Do your research, look yours up, and be aware. And finally, number 3, when debt collectors call you on the phone, you want to avoid making payment for deletion. And finally, number 3, when debt collectors call you on the phone, you want to avoid negotiating payment for deletions over the phone. First and foremost, payment for deletions must be done in writing, because if it's not in writing, they never said it. So if you pay the account, it doesn't mean that they have to delete it off your credit report. It's your word against theirs. And you want to be careful when negotiating payment for deletions over the phone, because you don't have anything that proves that that was negotiated. It's your word against theirs, and typically they win when it comes to that because credit bureaus care less about you. They care about their client, and their client is the furnisher. So at the end of the day, it's your word against theirs. So make sure you use their words against them by negotiating that in writing. However, to protect yourself from being taken advantage of, this is what you need to say when talking to debt collectors over the phone. Make sure you write this down or memorize it, whatever you want to do, but this is going to help you when dealing with debt collectors. Hey, this is Jason calling you with ABC Collection Company. We just received your account with AT&T, and we see that you have a $300 balance. I was calling to see if you can satisfy this account. Okay, now I'm going to be the customer. I'm going to be you. This is what you should say. You know what? Thank you for bringing this to my attention. This is the first time I've heard about this AT&T account, and I had no knowledge of this. However, I don't feel comfortable talking to you over the phone about this account. Could you send me this information in writing? Oh, and by the way, take me off your calling list. Thanks. This is what they're going to say in return. Well, the account was just transferred over to us. We were just calling to make payment. What you say? Again, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I was totally unaware of this account. And to be honest, I don't feel comfortable talking about this over the phone. Would it be possible for you to send this to me in writing and also take me off your calling list? I would definitely appreciate it. And what you want to do is you want to continue to repeat that same script until they confirm they're going to send you that information. You are not obligated to speak to debt collectors over the phone. You are protected under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. If you never heard of it, look it up. You are protected. You do not have to talk to debt collectors over the phone. I recommend that you negotiate everything in writing, send them a letter, have them send you a letter, and continue to correspond that way. It's that simple. So hopefully this information has been helpful. I want to make sure that you don't get taken advantage of this year. So use these tips to avoid being taken advantage of by debt collectors, and you will be successful. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel so that you can continue to get tips and strategies when it comes to fixing your credit and improving your finances. And if you are someone who's been taken advantage of by debt collectors, please leave a comment and tell us your story. I would definitely appreciate it. Before I let you go, I want to invite you to my free credit masterclass. In this class, I'm going to teach you what to do to remove negatives from your credit report, what to do to boost your credit score up to 200 points, and what you need to do to make sure you're never in a bad credit situation again. If you want to join me in this free credit masterclass, the link is in the description of this video and also the comment area. Please click that link, register for my free credit masterclass, and you're going to get blown away by all the jewels I share with you when it comes to taking your credit to the next level. Subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.